So you want to read more in 2026. My name's Caileigh. I read 65 books in 2025, which is 15 more than my goal, and I'm going to teach you how to read more in 2026. Make sure you subscribe down below, comment your reading goal for 2026. Before we get into my reading tips, I want you to think of a couple of keywords that really interest you. This could be magical worlds, neuroscience, martial arts, science fiction, anything at all, and keep that keyword in the back of your brain. It's going to be important for later. The very first reading tip I have for you is to get a local library card if you don't have one already. Our libraries need support all the time, and it is the easiest and simplest way to get your hands on books. I have found some of my favorite books just from using my public library. It is the easiest way to get free literature. All you have to do is bring proof of address to your local library, like a piece of mail or an ID, and they'll give you a free library card, and from there you can start checking out books of all genres, no matter what you want to try. You can also use your library card to sign up with services like Libby and Hoopla, which are apps that will give you access to audiobooks and ebooks for free. Next, find your format. Some people really love reading physical books and holding a book in their hand. Other people love their e-readers, and other people love audiobooks more than they like other physical mediums of reading. There is no form of reading that is more legitimate than any other. The story is the same no matter which way you are consuming it. I used to be a physical book purist. I am not anymore. You can have the same conversations with people that read audiobooks versus people that read physical books. I personally do every medium of reading, and it has increased my reading by 37% this year. So see what feels good. If you can't focus with audiobooks, try a physical book or an ebook. And if the physical reading is hard for you, try an audiobook or a combination of both. The world is your oyster. Read what interests you. This is where our keywords from earlier come in. There is no type of book that you should be reading. As we grow, we get this notion that we should be reading nonfiction and things that help us grow, and where that's really important and very good, you also should be allowing yourself to let yourself read the fiction. It is okay to read something that is a little bit escapist or something with a different world in it. That is totally acceptable. As you can see, hardly any of these are real. I do have a ton of nonfiction down here, but that's because I love to learn. But nearly everything else is fiction, and that's okay. If you want to read a fantasy world, read a fantasy world. You want to read sci-fi, read sci-fi. Try a little bit of everything and see what really resonates to you. Follow that lead. You might have just found your genre. You can also start with books that have been really popular on BookTok or the internet. You have options, is the point. If something feels too intimidating to start reading, start with something a step back. If you don't like the idea of magic, try regular literary fiction. Or if you don't want a fictional book, try a nonfiction. Branch into poems and essays. If you find when you're reading an audiobook that it's just really not doing it for you, try reading the physical book or an ebook version of the same book. Sometimes narrators can really make or break an audiobook, and there have been some stories that I've absolutely loved that I just hated the narrator for. If you don't love it one way, give it a shot a different way. It might change your perspective. Don't be afraid to try a combination of both listening to an audiobook and reading a physical book. My reading speed is pretty fast, so I have to speed up my audiobook. This can be a great way to have a more immersive connection to the story that you're reading, especially if you struggle to focus. My last tip is just to let it be fun. There is no right way to read a book. If you can read, you're allowed to read. Read whatever you want, whatever genre, whatever speed, whatever you want to read, and however you want to read it, just do it. Just read. There is no right way to read. I have found that I absorb information differently per different mediums. When I read a book physically, I'll miss some details that I catch when I re-listen to that book with an audiobook. Either way, you can have the same conversations with these people as you would if you read the book physically versus listen to the audiobook. Don't let anybody tell you that there's a right way to read. The purists will be purists, and that's fine. Let them be. They can have their opinion. I was one of them for a while. As long as you're enjoying what you're reading and sharing that in the community, you're totally cool. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Just read a book. Comment your reading goal down below. I personally am gonna reach for 100 books this year. I have never read that many books in a year, not even when I was like small and reading the thinnest books ever. I think it's gonna be great. I'm very excited to strive for this goal of 100 books. Remember to subscribe down below, comment your reading goals so that we can update each other throughout the year, and follow me on Goodreads and Fable so that we can catch up with each other and see what we're reading. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. Bye.